again?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, wait, hold on.
Oh man, it was a good
Like,
thing I didn't say much.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real. Like,
so,
I get notified.
we live and live.
We'll let our hosts announce what happened.
Yeah, so basically, my computer took a shit. And it didn't take a bad shit like Alvin's. Alvin's took a shit a while back where the whole thing turned off.
Yep.
Mine's didn't turn off. Google decided to update their Hangout while I was on Google Hangout.
Wow.
So yeah, thanks you
Horrible.
too. Appreciate it.
A great time.
Y'all motherfuckers got bad timing. Jesus.
Not while our pregame, not when everybody was catching up, and no, in the middle of the stream.
Yep.
Middle talking about Nintendo.
Yep. I feel like Nintendo was like, hey, Google, cut them off.
It was a conspiracy, man. I'm telling you, Nintendo. It was Nintendo that cut us off.
Yep.
Nintendo heard him say that.
Yep. They're like,
they said, get ready for some news, and they just was like, no news for you, no news today.
They're like, you ain't telling out you ain't gonna let out our secrets.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's basically what happened. Sadly. Where were we, fellas?
Let's kick off what you guys want to talk about with the PC.
Go back.
Sean was talking about PC.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah. So let me finish the PC thing. What I was saying before Google rudely interrupted me was the new series of NVIDIA cards, the 270 Ti, the 270 Ti, and the 280 and the 280 Ti is not worth $1,200.
Yep, it is not.
They're basically taking the Titan name away and just calling it a 270 Ti, because if you guys are looking for some decent graphics cards in the market, I would say go for a 1060 and a 1070 Ti. You're perfectly set with those two cards. I was saying earlier, I would leave the 4K gaming to the Xbox and the PS4, but I feel like it's better to play PC gaming at 2550 by 1440 with 144 hertz refresh. Just because it's better to play that way. You get all the optimized bells and whistles, all the four times AA. Like, everything just becomes what it should be, especially through PC gaming. But I don't know. Maybe I feel like in all honesty, NVIDIA just needs another company to light a fire up under their ass. Real talk.
They need a competition, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and sadly they don't have competition because
I don't know too much about the PC stuff, but I do know a bit about business, and I agree with you. If someone doesn't come up, then what they do is they become a monopoly.
Yep.
Listen, right now, NVIDIA, they're sending out these video cards, telling these reviewers to check everything out, see what's going on, everything else. But they don't have anything that can do ray tracing yet, which is like the big hype about the cards themselves. See what's going on.
Which is kind of sad though, because then when you look at all of the other companies that are coming out with, I mean, it's not really all the other companies, but I'm talking about as far as PNY, the EVGA, the Asus, they're coming out with their own cards aside from the stock flagships. Yeah. But is like no one's trying to do the same thing and push AMD to do this. I would love to see AMD go forward with some better graphics card that'll compete money for money. The last time they did something like that, in my opinion, was the RX series, and that was not that long ago. I feel like the RX series was there. What was it? The R570 and the R580?
What?
I wouldn't know at all.
No, wait, hold on.
I'm asking joking.
I wish I knew what you're talking about.
Texting.
Hold on, say it again, because I'm like
the last set of AMD cards, wasn't it? The most powerful ones that was like 1,000.
It was 570, 560, 570, 580. That was it. That was the last. The last.
Yeah, those were the last good cards that they put out to me, because everything else got ate up by that whole Bitcoin mining operation where it shot the prices up of every GPU in the world.
I feel like that came and went, by the way.
It did and it didn't.
No, after they, especially when they released an update, they released a patch, and then.
And by the way, what I meant, Joker, was the Founders Editions.
Oh yeah,
the Founders Editions of the cards. They make it hard to get ever since the Bitcoin mining BS. But hopefully should be different. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they do stuff then versus now.
I mean, after they released a patch, and then once they finally released this thing, whatchamacallit, the new video cards, that's it. Bitcoin mining has come to a halt. You know.
True. It kind of has.
It's no longer anything like huge for you to do whatever. Like now, it takes a long time to get anything going.
I just seen somebody hook up a rig with like 60, was a 40 Samsung Galaxy 7s or some shit.
Could be a possibility.
He had 40 of them in a tower. I don't know. I just seen the article on that recently.
Yeah.
And another thing that I would like to bring up, and this is to segue into our other topic that Alonzo, our friend here, Alex the BX Kid, will talk about, is PSVR on October 13th turned 2 years old.
Yay!
We got a lot of birthdays today, actually, believe it or not. Mario Odyssey makes a year.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Can you believe that? Like a year passed.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I believe, let me double check right now, but I believe the PlayStation Store is having tons of sales all over PSVR right now. Let me just double check on that right now for you guys.
Also, could you check and see if they have sales that'll be available, Joker, for Xbox?
For what?
Oh, for the Xbox, just any type of sales.
Oh yeah, right now there's actually is a sale going on unfortunately till tomorrow. So if you trade in your PlayStation 4, not the Pro, but the regular PlayStation 4, and if you trade in your Xbox One
S, One S,
you trade
from GameStop and Fry's.
Yeah. You trade those in, and you actually get $200 credit as long as you're putting it towards the Xbox
One X.
Okay.
GameStop. There's always a but.
So all you gotta do after that is just
also
make a horrible decision.
Hold on. Let me put another deal in. This deal does not stack. It is from the same two companies, GameStop and Fry's Electronics.
Yep.
If you are going to purchase Red Dead Redemption 2 and you wanted to purchase it for the Xbox One X, fear not, because GameStop and Fry's have a good deal in for you, and that deal is if you purchase Red Dead Redemption 2 for the Xbox One X, you get $100 off. So instead of it being $4.99, it is now $3.99.
There you go.
That's a great deal.
You said it stacks or it does not stack?
There. It does not stack, because that would be $300 off, and they don't want you to do that. So they don't want to give us that much power.
PSVR birthday sales over, by the way.
Thank you. One other thing I'm going to get out of the way before we go into details of our Fallout 4. I mean, not Fallout 4, Fallout 76 was hold on, let me get this one last thing up. I know it's up there somewhere.
By the way, boys, now that we're all here together, talking about Fallout 76, are we going to all be together on that 4-man team on the PS4?
Hell yeah.
Now that the people are here listening to us?
Hell
yeah.
I'm in.
Why you putting me on the spot for?
I'm just saying, can you ask your wife to play on her PlayStation so we can all be together? Is it possible? Maybe we could get some streaming in there as well.
You know what? I'm gonna show the P4 some love. I might just do that.
All right. How about you, True? because he might just switch up on us and go on Xbox.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, see?
Not buying it. Not touching it.
See?
He's being fooled by the naysayers.
I'm not being fooled. It's just it sounds exactly like a Bethesda game.
It is.
Exactly.
In terms of what?
If you're not into Fallout, then you might not be into Fallout 76.
Nah,
But
I played Fallout 3.
Bethesda
I played
is
the original
my
Fallout
second
Vegas.
favorite, so,
but it's just too much bugs to count.
but that's just.
And y'all, whoever has a TV playing in the background, can you turn it off, please? Really appreciate it.
That's just Bethesda, though.
Alex over here watching Pornhub and stuff.
I'm watching the Fallout 76 trailer, actually.
What I was saying is, before we go on to Fallout 76 news, I just wanted to notify all of the gaming cult community and just gamers in general, those of you who are watching us. If you pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the Gold Edition, and all of the editions above the $100 version, you get Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, which includes 4K HDR, new character models, and more. So this is straight from Ubisoft's page. What are the improvements on the remastered version? Assassin's Creed 3 has been remastered for the PS4 systems. I'm going to say PS4 Pro and Xbox One X and PC, now featuring 4K HDR on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X and PC. 1080p on PS4 and Xbox One, higher resolution textures, new lighting, rendering system, in addition to several other graphical enhancements. Besides, based on players' feedback, gameplay mechanics has also been improved, with several features being revamped or tweaked. Resolution upscale, allowing you to play 4K HDR on Pro, Xbox One X, and PC. Higher resolution textures, new character models, new lighting, blah, 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 denser crowd environments and video effects, Benedict Arnold missions, all of that stuff is coming with it, and it will be here and the following year. So stay tuned if you purchased Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Also, for Odyssey, people who got the season pass, they're gonna be dragging the story along in episodic. So rest in peace to our good folks at Telltales. They're going to be doing something similar to Telltale Games. So, stay tuned for that. Yeah, definitely is. So stay tuned for that. And one other thing I wanted to go to before we talk about Fallout 76, because Fallout 76 is going to be a very big talk, was to our residential Nintendo head. I know you've seen it. Huawei says our smartphone is superior over the Nintendo Switch.
I saw, and I am impressed.
I am impressed.
I saw that video.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Bro, I don't know. This is the thing. I love Apple, but they haven't been innovative for a while.
What does Apple have to do with the Nintendo Switch and Huawei?
Because that was a phone.
Yeah, but they're not talking about Apple. They're talking about
I'm not saying they're talking about Apple. I'm just saying in general, Apple hasn't been innovative. I'm still gonna get an X, but still.
I don't care if you get an X or not. Al got one. That's all that matters.
If anybody's listening, Music here literally lives in the Apple store. He pays rent over there too. You know.
Yeah, he does.
Actually, I was considering
the original Apple logo tattooed to him, the rainbow one.
That's a damn lie. What I was going to say was originally,
unless you don't turn on that camera,
I was going to upgrade. I was going to upgrade from the iPhone 6 to the Pixel 2, but then those rumors.
You're a fucking liar. No, you're not.
I wanted the Pixel 2, but I didn't want it to have a headphone jack. I don't care about a headphone jack like everybody else losing their damn mind over one.
Yeah, I don't give a crap.
I could care less.
Until like
exactly,
a
I could care less.
You shouldn't talk, bro. You shouldn't talk. It was what happened to you earlier.
That was like for one.
Now,
that was like for
let's
1
bring
minute.
that up. Actually,
and I found the
Al
workaround.
could not join the
podcast
podcast because Al forgot that his iPhone XS Max don't have a headphone jack.
Listen, it's not my fault. Apple is cheap. I give you that. They are cheap. They didn't add the extra dongle in the new iPhones.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but then again, Google did it with the Pixel 3. Google did it with the Pixel 3 this year.
To bring it back in full circle, I was impressed by that video. But even though they did take shots on the Nintendo Switch and the portability and all that, remember, 2019 we are getting a new Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah. You know what?
Wait.
I want to hear your. I want to hear your ideas on what I'm about to say. Our residential Nintendo meathead.
All right, let me know.
Now, it all makes sense to me to think about this. Huawei is positioning a smartphone to be more powerful than a Nintendo Switch game console.
Yes.
Yeah.
They showed the specs to have 1080p display, and they showed it versus the Nintendo Switch. Now, what Nintendo had talked about, well, Nintendo didn't even bring it up, but it was a rumor that dropped 2 to 3 weeks back stating that Nintendo was actually coming out with another Nintendo Switch next year.
Yep.
So now it sounds like it fits all perfectly in the same area of speculation, because Huawei, in a way, just actually confirmed that Nintendo is bringing out a Nintendo Switch Pro or Plus, or whatever they decide to call it.
Most likely an XL.
Hot.
They love doing the XL stuff.
We'll see.
I hope
Either
they don't
way,
do
I'm
that
happy.
because I can fit a Nintendo Switch in my pocket. I can't fit no XL in my fucking pocket.
Yeah,
I would like the XL. I mean, I always do keep mine in a little bag.
You got a man
my
purse.
book
That's
bag.
not us.
I would like an XL, but I feel like what they're going to implement more will be battery life, maybe graphics and processors. But I think they're going to focus on the slots where you put the Joy-Cons in, because I think they're going to sell GameCube versions and Nintendo 64 versions. And I feel like, this is my theory, I feel like that's why they held off on the virtual console for that.
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this. There's no excuse.
If that's
no, I'm not saying there's an excuse.
if that's
I'm just
the
saying that's
reason,
my theory
hot.
why they held off on that.
The reason why to me it don't make sense is because that's like saying Sony held off on making name change because they waited for the PS4, the PS5 to be within grasp to do name changes. And I do want to talk about that bullshit. Fuck you, Sony.
But that's the thing
talk
about
about
Nintendo. As much as I love them, it's not. This isn't something new. Remember, they could have easily implemented what they did on the new 3DS, that little C stick that they put on the corner. They could have easily implemented that on the first 3DS. But they didn't do that until 4 or 5 generations down. So they're known for doing stuff like that. Where, yeah, you could have implemented these things on the original Switch that you got a site for, but now you're going to do it for the XL. They're known for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, but it could also be just like where we are in technology. I mean,
and you said that last week too, where everything is just so quick. That's why we're having.
I feel like that might be it. Yeah. But then again, you want to know something? I don't think it's that either. I think that the game I would say I think that the game companies are adapting to the way the phone market is, where there's a new phone every year. However, the way they're doing it is smart and is creative. And I know that sounds kind of contradictory, and I'm gonna say this: the reason why it's smart and creative is because the old generations, and by old, I'm only talking about PS3 and Xbox 360. It was 10 years. That generation was 10 years. What I think they're doing now is they're doing a mid gap. So the PS4 and the Xbox came out in 2013. And in 2016, the PS4 Pro came out, followed by last year, we just got the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
So to me, what I feel like is they're doing it to where it's going to be once every 5 years. Once every 4 or 5 years, there's going to be a mid-generation refresh, and then they're going to continue on the rest of the years. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think they're starting to phase out the OG PS4. You can't find that anywhere unless you buy it pre-owned from Gay Man Stop.
Or you're like me and you just held off on buying a Pro just because you have a limited edition one.
Shut up.
I won't give that one. I'm sorry.
Also, wait, hold on. Guess what? There's another PS4 Pro version coming out. Now, the current PS4 Pros that me and you got, Al, is the model number is the CUH 7100. Those are the older models that apparently, like, I don't have any problems with it, but that's because I popped my PS4 Pro out so it can actually get air from the back area. But a lot of people are saying when they put disc games in it, certain games it sounds like as a jet in your room. But then I would never know how that feels either because I do digital only. So that's just my opinion.
Oh, I play Spider-Man on disc.
Digital only. That's the route to go right here. Digital.
Exactly.
Spider-Man was, I think, the only game I played on disc. It gets pretty loud, mine, but it's not that bad.
Guess what? The new model PS4 The new model PS4 Pro is modeled the CUH 7200. And from what I'm hearing, and guess which version it is? It's the new Red Dead Redemption 2 version. So that bundle that came out, remember how there was no PS4 Pros for a while and you couldn't go to a store and purchase one? That's because they were swapping them out with the new CUH 7200 models. That basically, when you play a heavy game like Red Dead Redemption 2, it's almost silent.
I really do appreciate that you know this stuff because I have no idea what you're talking about. But it's so cool that you know these things because I would have never even like someone would have sold me a PlayStation and be like, oh, it's the old one, oh, it's the Pro, oh, it's the Slim. No, you going down by like model numbers and all this stuff, and that's amazing.
Yeah, but
that's what we're here for.
There's guys like you that the sale happens, but then there's guys like us that make sure that we inform the people.
Yeah,
that way they don't fall for the trap.
Yeah, you're getting old systems.
Honestly, but no. In all retrospect, for those listening to our podcast, the OG PS4, the only way you could get it now is if you buy it pre-owned, and the PS4 Slim, I think that we're gonna see an extremely significant price drop for Black Friday for the PS4 Pro. Last year, the price drop on the PS4 Pro was down to $349, and in some places, $329 on Fry's Electronics. But what I think is going to happen this year, I think you're going to see $299 and sub $300 PS4 Pros. And I feel like the PS4 Slim is going to be down to $179, $169 US dollars. And maybe 200 Canadian dollars.
That's definitely sounding like end of a life cycle prices.
Canadian dollars or rubles?
You know what? Leave me the hell alone, motherfucker. But I feel like that's exactly what's gonna happen this year because I also feel like Microsoft is going to bring the big guns because from what you see with their sales, from what you see with their sales, the way they're doing it. If you buy Red Dead Redemption 2, you get $100 off for your purchase of an Xbox One X. I think that eventually they're gonna start phasing out the OG Xbox. They already did that, and they're gonna also phase out the Xbox One S slowly but surely. Because some people still purchase Xbox One S only to play Blu-ray DVDs.
That's what I was gonna add on to it. I feel like the next generation, Microsoft is gonna have an upper hand because of the Xbox One X. I feel like the Xbox One X will last longer than the PS4 Pro would come next generation.
Yeah, but they already announced 2 new consoles for the Xbox.
Oh no, I know, I definitely understand that. But I'm just saying that when it comes to like, you know how can I say this? You remember when the Switch came out that they were still no. You remember when the Wii U came out that they were still kind of throwing out games for the Wii?
Yeah, I remember that.
I feel like the console to last longer, where developers are going to still make games for the old generation, will be the Xbox One S. I feel like that one will hold its own until like it's completely obsolete.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, PlayStation's notorious for doing that too.
Exactly. And wait, hold on. I'm gonna tell you why I doubt it. I'm gonna tell you why I doubt that theory. The reason why I doubt that theory is because that only happens to Nintendo consoles. They phased the Wii U out like the shit never even existed, and they went right on to the Switch.
Yeah, because
it was like Wii U. It was like Wii U, bitch. Who? What is that? And when people was like, "Oh, I want to buy the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild," they was like, "I want to buy it on the Switch." I mean, they was like, "I want to buy it on the Wii U." When you would go to Game Man Stop, they would be like, "Oh, sorry, we don't have those copies available right now," even though we knew they did.
Yeah.
However, they were selling out on Nintendo Switch copies. Yeah. I can't say the reason why I don't believe that theory is because look at the generation for the PS3. We all knew the 360 was the most powerful. However, theoretically, the PS3 was the most powerful. It's just that chip they were using, no one knew how to work their way around that chip. That architecture was beyond its time. And
that was the main problem.
Who knew how to work with it. Exactly. The only people who knew how to work with that chip was Sony's first party. Look at prime example. Look at how The Last of Us looked at the end cycle versus anything that came out on the 360. If you want to be a fanboy or not, The Last of Us looked way better than anything Xbox 360 came out towards the end of its cycle. That's because it was first party. But when you played games like GTA 5 on the 360 and on the PS3, we already knew which one. the Xbox 360, even if the PS3
we're losing you,
is
bro.
not
Robot on us, man.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's gonna
turn your
happen now.
robot, bro.
They're gonna phase the
It's getting worse.
Xbox One S might last a little bit longer. I will give it like a year and a half.
Nah, bro.
Make sure when we go
have
off here, you come over to my house and pick up this pop filter.
Is he gone?
You cutting out on us. You sound like you beatboxing now.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
you sound.
You good?
But yeah.
Is he back? You back?
Tell Spectrum you want your money back.
Words.
I don't know why he has Spectrum. He lives so close to the border of Manhattan. He could easily get Time Warner. I wish I had Time Warner. I love Time Warner.
Time Warner is Spectrum.
Oh,
Same thing.
that's just dumb.
The Spectrum bought out Time Warner.
Not actually me that's gonna do anything. But damn, what was I saying? I feel like the PS4. I feel like the PS4 and the Xbox One X are going to be with us until 2022.
Okay.
And then they'll stop it. I'm giving an end cycle of 2022, 2023.
Why? That is super.
Because I feel like I'm gonna tell you why.
I think 2021.
PS5 and the Xbox 2 is gonna blow people away. End of story. And I do hope that they don't skimp out. I love the price point of the $499 Xbox One X. When Microsoft had their first E3 conference to announce the Xbox One, it should have been the Xbox One X they were announcing for $499. No one wanted to pay $499 for a Connect with an Xbox One.
I did.
Or shall I say Cable Box One?
I did.
Because y'all retarded.
I'm sorry, I did. I did pay for that.
But the Connect is essential to the Xbox ecosystem. No?
That's what they said, but it was a lie.
Yeah, it was all
all a lie.
It was all a lie.
But I feel like imagine if the next Xbox and the next PS5 are native 4K, like the current Xbox One X, native 4K, but everything is 60 frames per second. Everything is full anisotropic aliasing. Everything is just off the charts. And they're priced at $549. Let's fucking do this. Let's do this.
All right. I know
people are probably like, "Oh, that's crazy. Don't ever ask for that price." But the only reason why I say that is because $549 is a sweet spot to get native 4K with all the bells and whistles. I feel like Microsoft wanted to do more than $499, but they choose not to.
Where you're basically not getting cheated out, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. And then if you think of it this way, even if they do make it at $499, I feel like Microsoft might have two models. They might have a $549, a $499, and a $399. I think they might have three.
I don't like that
because they already said that they're gonna have one that doesn't have a disc. They said they're gonna have one that doesn't have a CD drive.
It was
and
too
also and they said there's gonna be another one that's cloud based, and there's gonna be the original one that's currently like the way the Xbox One X is, but the most powerful one, and that's gonna be $549.
That just sounds confusing.
That does sound
not really. But you know why it's not confusing? Like it's not confusing, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now why it's not confusing. I'm gonna tell you why it's not confusing on Microsoft's behalf.
Of course not.
If anyone watched the last video that me and Alvin made when we went to the Microsoft store to go and investigate how it is to finance an Xbox One X versus an Xbox One S, if they keep this same model plan up, where you can go and you can say, oh hey. I wanted to apply for an Xbox 2, Xbox One, Xbox 2X. Let's just say, hypothetically, say that's the name. I want to get an Xbox 2X or Xbox Scarlet.
That sounds horrible.
Okay, well, that's the code name. It's Scarlet. They can say, okay, well, come upstairs with us. If you guys watch the video, it says, come upstairs with us. Me and Alvin went upstairs. He got an Xbox One X for $35 a month.
Yep.
How many months?
$35 a month.
For 2 years.
With 2 years of Game Pass. So if Microsoft keeps up with that same initiative, I feel like that's the only way that they're going to beat Sony.
I honestly think Xbox is setting themselves up because it was that whole situation with the financing. That came out of nowhere. Everybody was like, "All right, cool." You know, then they announced the whole oh no, they announced the two new consoles. Then they announced the whole financing thing. And now we're putting two and two together, and it's like, wait a minute, this is probably why. Because the two consoles, like True just finished saying, the larger one is going to be for digital games that you can download your games on there and play it as you know at your house, or you can play the smaller console, which is going to be the cloud-based game. And if both of them are $549.99, you have this whole financial service that you can pay that off. You know,
think credit cards.
No problems. Yeah.
That's all you gotta think about. Al, can you mute your TV in the background? Because I know it's you.
I don't got nothing on.
So
yeah, okay, Al.
This is what I was gonna say. It's not confusing for us because we're gamers. But imagine being a little kid, right? And you tell your mom, "Hey, this is what I want," and she goes to the store and she's like, "So let me get that new Xbox," and they're at game place, and they're like, "Okay, which one?" And then that mother has that blank look on her face, like,
yeah,
wait, what?
But I think that's when it works out for the parent. You know why? Because I feel like if Microsoft wanted to, they can get rid of GameStop right now.
Oh, of course.
They could put the final nail.
I think.
Wait, hold on.
Us out of business.
Microsoft and Sony can put the final nail in the coffin right now if they wanted to. But I think the reason why they're not going to do it, I think GameStop might be around a little bit longer, and I could be wrong. I hope they aren't. However, the reason why I say they might be around longer, think of it this way. You can expand that service that they have at the Microsoft store into a GameStop, into a Best Buy. You go to Best Buy and GameStop. Hey, I want to finance an Xbox Scarlet. How much is that per month? Oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. It's $40 a month. People are used to that. You know why? Because what do people do when they purchase a cell phone? They don't. That's why when people was like mad that the iPhones was $1,500, I'm like, why are you mad? You're not paying $1,500 up front unless you got it like that.
Exactly.
Is that monthly
a majority of
way
people
dumb high?
No, it's not. Unless you have Verizon. That's the only way it's going to be dumb high.
Yeah,
that's the only way it's going to be dumb.
I'm not gonna lie. T-Mobile's charging.
Let me wait. I got you right now. I got three devices on my line, and it's $208 with unlimited everything.
You be talking about phone bill. I'm talking about just financing.
But
the phone.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're
the finance comes
in
the
$30
phone
to
bill.
$50 a month.
Hypothetically speaking, let's say if you go to Microsoft and finance an Xbox, right? And you don't pay your bill, do they just like break your system?
No. What they do is they send it to the credit card bureau. Just like a regular credit card, and they fuck your credit up.
So your credit gets your credit score gets hit.
That's it.
But you remember what Rick James did to the couch? Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch.
That's gonna be your credit if you don't pay your bill.
Yes.
That's a credit score. Yep.
Yep. That shit gonna be under 300. You don't want your credit to be under 300.
Oh
right?
my god, that's horrible.
That's horrible.
You can't even buy a Milky Way with that shit.
All of that's just for Forza.
Just for Forza.
And like, I kind of have faith in Microsoft. It's just like I have faith on the business side. I don't have faith on the studio side, and I know you're gonna hate me for saying that, Joker, but I'm gonna tell you why. I don't have faith on the studio side for the simple fact that they don't start their talent from nothing. They buy all of their studios
and then
they put them to work on sequels to other shit that they don't need sequels to.
IPs go to die at Microsoft.
Like, I really do hope that they put work in with those companies that they purchased, because if not, it would just have been a waste. Look at Mojang. They still doing Minecraft. And you know they're never going to let them out of that clause. That's it. We bought you for Minecraft. That's all you're going to do. And originally, they bought Mojang for $2.6 billion only to put Minecraft on the Windows Phone. And that failed. We see how that shit worked.
Yeah. I had a Windows Phone, though, by the way. Awesome camera.
Oh, yeah. That 40 megapixel, that joint was nice.
No, that was way back when. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. But at the same time, think of it this way. They're trying to, like, no lie, Microsoft is trying to be what Samsung and Apple are doing right now, and they're failing miserably. I feel like the only way they can surpass it is keep on Xbox and take a page out of Sony's book. Sony, no lie, it don't matter what Sony do. Remember the whole situation with the crossplay? They still didn't get no bad flack from it.
Yeah.
Think about it. All the gamers were mad, but how long could they stay mad for when Sony kept dropping bombs for new games? Boom, boom, boom. Every time you turn around, yeah, you was mad because there was no crossplay, but Spider-Man coming out. You gonna play Spider-Man? Their marketing team is fucking genius. They know what they doing.
Totally agree.
Microsoft need to take a page out of Sony's book and do what to do. Just do it. Nike, just do it. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting
just do it.
That's for us. Feel free.
But, you know, long story short, take a page out of Sony's book because I feel like Sony is going to do it again. I feel like, I know lightning don't strike in the same place twice, but the way their marketing team is right now, think of it this way. They finished all of their games, all of the AAA games that's supposed to be coming out on the PS4 and the PS4 Pro are already have release dates or have release windows. That's it. You're not going to see no more exclusive PS4 and PS4 Pro games after Dreams and after Days Gone. And Days Gone got pushed back because February is too crowded.
I can't wait for Days Gone, by the way. Anything zombie.
Exactly. They got new gameplay from it too. A1. But long story short, the reason why I'm saying this is because
Days Gone is day one for you?
No, it's not even that. Sony is positioning themselves to not fail again. Yeah. They already fucked up with the PS3 and they know they did. Everybody went 360 last gen, and there was a reason why everybody went 360 last gen. Everybody started getting a PS3 towards the mid and end of that cycle. Now, hear me out real quick. The reason why I say they setting themselves up to win next gen 2, The Last of Us 2 don't got a PS4 release date. I'm just letting y'all know that. Yes, it was announced, but there's no PS4 Pro release date.
That's true.
And I don't think The Last of Us 2 is going to even come out on the PS4 Slim. That's just my opinion. It might, they might prove me wrong, and it might come out on the PS4 and the PS4 Pro in June of next year. That'll be the 5-year anniversary, 6-year anniversary. This was like 6-7 years that since Last of Us 2 came out in 2013.
Yeah.
Long story short,
hypothetically
speaking, 5-year anniversary. If let's say they don't decide to bring it out, you know what other game? Let me put you guys in on a little secret.
Okay.
Any game after April 2018 that Sony was developing is going directly to the next generation console, and that was stated in one of their financial quarterly briefings. So it's going to be cross-gen, meaning Days Gone is still going to come out on the PS5. It'll probably be upscaled, or it'll kind of like Xbox One S to Xbox One X. So it'll scale. The resolution will be scalable. However, I'm talking about Last of Us 2, Death Stranding by Hideo Kojima's new studio. Also, whatever new game that the people behind Horizon Zero Dawn are working on. Like, people are forgetting Sony got a bunch of studios. And
they put them to work.
Exactly. And who says remember Ghost of Tsushima, that's by Sucker Punch, the same people who made Infamous Second Son. When Infamous Second Son came out, people was like, oh, when they gonna come out with a new game? You fast forward 4.5 years later, we got Ghost of Tsushima, and that joint looked fire, and that was on a PS4 Pro.
We definitely getting another Spider-Man game.
Oh, hell yeah. It's so gangbusters. They sold gangbusters. They're definitely making another one. But I don't know.
Whatever Naughty Dog
Spider-Man game, I could be wrong, but I think, let's say hypothetically, it's the same situation how it was with Titanfall on Xbox. Titanfall 1 was exclusive to Xbox. Titanfall 2 came out on everything. What if, hypothetically, I'm not taking this as an exclusive away from PlayStation, but one theory I had before was Sony is allowing Marvel to use the Spider-Man movie IP. So why not in the process make Spider-Man exclusive to the PS4? That could be one thing that might happen. Or the second option, the next Spider-Man game that comes out will be multi-platform.
I can see it. I can see it happening.
That could be possible. Hey, Lad King, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining, Lad King.
So all I'm saying is, like, think of the countless possibilities. If Microsoft don't get their act together before the next generation comes, they're going to be lost like they were last gen. And not only that, but the rumors, I don't know if you guys remember, but I think I was telling Gary when we both were working at GameStop, but rumors for the PS4 were coming out around that time. And when the rumors were coming out, it was saying that it was going to be weaker than the Xbox. It was going to only have 4 gigabytes of RAM minus the Xbox One's 8 gigabytes of RAM and GDR3. And then when the PS4 came out, it had 8 gigabytes of RAM, GDDR5 memory, all of the bells and whistles. And people was like, wow, that's crazy compared to the rumors. So let's say hypothetically Sony does another one where the PS5, people think, oh, it's just going to have 12 gigs of RAM because they're trying to keep it in line with the Xbox One X. It's going to be kind of weak. And then when it comes out, it has 20 gigs of RAM, 3 allocated to the system's UI, and then the rest of the RAM is for gaming. Like, there's a lot of possibilities that could pop up, and Microsoft is not ready. They're doing well on the business side, but they're not ready on the gaming side, and they need to do it. They need to get rid of it.
Also, remember when the PS4 and the Xbox One was coming out, people kind of already knew what the Xbox was gonna look like. We had no idea what Sony was gonna do. They kept this stuff so under wraps that we had no idea that's what.
The only thing we had was a code name Orbis.
That's it. We didn't know what the controller looked like. We didn't know nothing at all. Nothing. And
that's all I'm saying is just to throw it, because I want you guys to think about it. Microsoft got all of these new studios, and yeah, y'all got new studios, but what you gonna put them to work on? Are you going to allow them to make their own stuff? I don't know, because the way things are seeming, y'all got the coalition. You want to know something crazy? Prior to the coalition going back to Gears, the coalition was working on something. The Black Tusk Studio stuff, they was getting ready to make something else called Shanghai Heist, and they scrapped it to make Gears of War. So once again, they're scrapping stuff that could be popular, and they just messing up.
The same thing that happened with that Dragon game that everybody was hyped for. I was really hyped for that game.
Yes.
Yo, don't remind me, man.
My God.
It was a new IP, and then that's the thing, they keep scrapping what could potentially be for games that they already know we're gonna buy. Another Halo comes out, we're gonna buy that. Another Gears of War comes out, we're gonna buy that. It doesn't matter. Those are things that are gonna already sell.
Now let me get into the new studios, what they have. This is before we go into our Fallout, because I didn't forget Al. But Ninja Theory, I'm gonna start with them. Kung Fu Chaos on the OG Xbox in 2003 with a Metascore of 68. Heavenly Sword on the PS3 in 2007 with a Metascore of 79. Exactly. Enslaved Odyssey to the West, 360, PS3, PC, 2000.
I'm sorry, let me pause you real quick, because I'm going to say something bold. Heavenly Sword could be Microsoft's God of War, if they wanted to.
Nah, they can't do that, because that game was IP to Sony.
I know.
So Sony actually owns the IP.
If they wanted,
it would be nice if they didn't.
If they wanted to, they could even switch the story around. They could do something close to Heavenly Sword, and that would be their God of War.
That is true.
I'm sorry, continue, man.
Devil May Cry, DMC Devil May Cry, 2013, Metascore 86. DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, 2015, Metascore 86 again. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and I just got that game. It was amazing. With a Metascore 81. It's on PS4, PC, and Xbox. Now, that's the games that Ninja Theory has made, and they have a studio size of 100 employees. My question is, what are they going to do now? Like, is Microsoft going to allow them to make their own stuff, or are they going to put them on like small projects? Like, okay, we want to give you guys this new Gears of War game with the female protagonist and let you finish it, and then we're going to give the coalition another Gears mainline and let them do it. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Then they also purchased Playground Games. Playground Games was purchased, and I didn't know this, but Playground Games is basically like Sony's Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream isn't owned by Sony, but they make most of their games exclusive by PlayStation, so you might as well say they're Sony exclusive studio.
Yeah.
They only make Forza. Are you gonna let them get away from Forza and make something open world? No, that's never gonna happen. And that has the biggest studio right now. That studio is over 200 people, if I'm not mistaken, in Playground. Then they got the Initiative, headed by Daryl Gallagher. It is a brand new studio operating out of Santa Monica, California, working on brand new AAA games and
Santa Monica throws out some good stuff. I'm not talking about
it does.
Anything based off of Santa Monica. They be throwing out some good stuff.
Oh yeah, prime example, Sony Santa Monica with God of War. So there you go, right there. But I'm hoping that this is the studio
Rockstar.
that they give the full reign. Exactly, San Diego though. I'm hoping. What I'm hoping is that they give the initiative the reins to make that new IP that they were talking about supposed to be on the lines. They said they wanted to make something equivalent to Horizon Zero Dawn. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. They also purchased Undead Labs. They also purchased the people who made We Happy Few and Contrast. What's these guys' name? Compulsion Games. So what are you going to make them like? Are you going to allow? My question is, are you going to allow them to make their own stuff? That's all I want to know.
Or do they have a plan for them? I get what you're saying.
Exactly. Because if you don't have a plan for them and you just bought them based on you giving them games that are already established, y'all fail. And you know why they fail? Because that's why Sony might win again, because Sony is not afraid to leap. You want to know who wants to know a prime example? Dreams. Everybody thought Dreams was going to be trash. Forward till today, you see all of these great reviews and previews of people playing the game and making 3D platformers, and like people are like, oh my god, this game is amazing. The game that we all thought was going to be crap is now blowing people's minds.
It's true.
So, the question becomes, what is Microsoft going to do to woo me next gen? They already got the whole business front down.
I told you.
I know I'm going to buy another system.
I told you what they have to do. They need a Steam app on their next system. They're already pushing their
I doubt they're going to do that.
I know. I know. They're
maybe a Microsoft app, but I doubt they're going to do that.
I know. I know. This is all like
they'd be creating competition to themselves.
Yeah, they really would.
Yeah, remember that these guys already started their whole like beta practice up with their servers and stuff for Microsoft. So the Steam app that you're talking about could be a possibility for Microsoft.
That would be a buy for me, man. That would be a buy.
That could also be that could also
have. I'll get it ready. I'll get it. You could have the Gamers Pass.
Yeah.
And then you could have your Steam right there as well. And I feel like that's a meaty enough library to hold up, to put up against whatever Sony's doing with the IPs until they get their act together and we figure out what it is that they're going with.
Yeah, but you want to know why? Like, here's the prime reason also why I said Sony is A1. And I want y'all to think about this.
Okay, you don't have to scream at me.
The reason why I said they are is because everybody was pissed off over the summer. Oh, Sony's giving us these lies. They said we're never going to do crossplay, this and that. Why do crossplay when our players have the best place to play? Fast forward, they're like, oh, Spider-Man's coming out. People stopped caring. And when Spider-Man died down, wait, hold on. I got you right now. I'm going to hit you with one.
Okay, all right.
Prior to Spider-Man calming down, what did they do to boost the sales? In example, it boosted the sales of Spider-Man while boosting the sales of PlayStation. They announced that they were going to do crossplay around the same time they announced Spider-Man. When they announced the sales for Spider-Man, they also announced the fact like a day or two later, oh, and we're going to be doing crossplay out of nowhere. So now people can't say, oh, Sony's not doing crossplay. What are you going to complain about?
I mean, I think
then hold on. Fast forward to people complaining about not being able to change their PSN ID. Now, I'm gonna give that whole situation some flack. Like I hate that. I
You
hate the
messed up
whole
my
idea
segue. I
behind
had
what
a
they're
whole
doing.
segue ready for that, and you messed it up. I was gonna say, even though we're shitting on Xbox a lot, Sony isn't perfect. You know, they give us what we want, but then they kind of half-assed on being able to change your PSN name. Now, true.
Nah, you know what would have been perfect?
What would have been perfect?
If you would have you doing what you saying what you said, but also think of this. Sony is that classmate that they're like, oh hey, you want to sit down next to me? And when you get ready to sit down, they pull a chair from under your ass. You fall and bust your ass.
In other words, a letdown. In other words, a letdown.
Exactly. The reason why I say that,
I came into the scene late. So my PSN is exactly what I want it to be. It's not changing. Exactly. But for people like you that have always been with PlayStation and people that have
that's the thing though. It's not about that. It's like people who just started, they could change it and not worry about their trophy and their progress and game saves being lost. However, people like me who got all of these platinums and different games that I play, you mean to tell me that I paid all of this money for these games just to not be able to use them because I put Lord in front of my name?
Exactly. There's going to be some kind of conflict
to fix it, and I hope they fix it before 2019. I hope they come up with a solution to that because that's extremely annoying.
I don't even think it's just the trophies neither, because from the article I read, I heard it's going to affect games as well.
No,
everything.
The problem is if you're
like some games, you'll be able to change the PSN. I'm sorry, Alex. I heard you will be able to change the thing, but once you're playing online, it'll still look as the original name you had already chosen.
Exactly. If
that's only during the beta. They said that's only during the beta.
Certain games already are registered with your name, and if that game server if that's the way that game server works, and it can't change through that server, then that game will not recognize your new name.
Yes, they do, Sandy. They need to fix that. Pretty much, and it's sad because it's like. Right now, that's the only thing Sony's fucking up in. Remember, before it wasn't just that. It was the crossplay. It was what they said about crossplay. But now, crossplay is not even on the table anymore. It's the name changing.
Yep.
That's it.
That's because they never had plans to change it from the beginning.
Exactly. If you can figure, if Sony can fix that whole situation by the time it's supposed to, they said it's supposed to launch in the first fiscal year, the Q1 year of 2019. So that's January, February, and March. If they can fix the whole situation by the time that Q1 fiscal comes up, do you know how happy everyone would be? I can finally change my name, and I hope it works with every game because I want my name to be Lord Music. But there's also a lot of other people that want to change their name. Some people want their name to be changed from Crispy Cunt to a decent name. Like people got crazy ass names. I don't know. I didn't make this up. This is people's names on PSN.
Right.
It's like, oh, I was 14 when I made that name. I'm now 22 and I can't change my name. Oh well, tell Sony.
Yeah, that's my my wife is like that, man. She was like 15, 16 when she made her PSN, and now she like 10 years later, she's like, I don't like it. Like she wants to change it so bad, but she doesn't know.
I'm in the same boat. I mean, name,
like I have my PSN ID is Joker XNYC
on everything. By the way,
what?
Quick shameless plug: follow Joker XNYC on everything, literally everything, and follow the Gaming Cult at TheGamiingKult on Instagram and on Twitter. Shameless plug.
Yep.
And also, thank you for everyone watching the live stream with us. Really do appreciate it, Sandy, Blue Viper, Lag King, Bowden, everybody who's watching. Really do appreciate you guys.
Clap hands for all of them. You guys want to play with me? It's Gary the Snail spelled backwards for everything. So that's where you can always find me.
I'll post the links.
Spelled backwards.
Post up links.
Before we finish this podcast off, let's get into the important Fallout 76.
Something like way back when told me just make shit easy for yourself and just make everything one thing. So that's the only reason why, like, a lot of my social media accounts, gaming accounts, anything that has to do with a combination of the two, it's it's all Joker X NYC, you know?
Definitely. But on to Fallout 76 because I know that's
Gary,
going to be the
you
tail
got a
end.
shout out about your shirt, bro.
Thanks. I know.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
But yeah, so Fallout 76. I brought up the question before. I got an okay from Alex, and I got a good one from Al. True, would you be on with us streaming off of
If somebody
wherever you
buys
want
it
to
for
stream?
me, I'll play it.
If somebody what?
We're about
If
to
somebody
do
buys it for me, then I'll
we're
play
about
it.
to do a GoFundMe.
You $2 corner store whore.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Bethesda themselves posted this to their official Twitter, and it rubs me the wrong way. And I don't mean it rubs me as good as my girlfriend does.
The
It just
social
rubs me the wrong way.
experience is gonna take you to the next level in that game. I'm telling you. You can't think
yeah,
about
whatever.
Yeah,
okay, let me.
We're
Wait, hold on. Y'all didn't even let. No. You hold on.
No,
listen. This is from Bethesda. As a development studio, we've taken a lot of journeys. We've tried not to repeat ourselves. Bunch of bullshit. Yet all our games have a similar DNA. In 2015, we decided to try something very new and very scary for us. Take one of our worlds and make it online only. Now think about that. They said online only. I want you to keep that one in mind. Once the idea of Fallout Online survival game stuck, there was no turning back. But still, some worry and question, will people want this from Fallout? Will they want it from us? How the hell?
Who cares if they want it or not? If you don't want it, you don't gotta buy it.
If you don't shut up and listen.
Okay, sorry.
Since the time we've grown to 4 studios across North America and built a game world 4 times the size of our last. Blah blah blah. Okay. Basically, I'ma just sum it up short. It's gonna be a lot of goddamn bugs in there, and they said it's gonna be a lot of goddamn bugs in the game.
It's a Bethesda game.
Yeah,
yes, but that's not an excuse. That has got to stop being an excuse, because if that's the case, when Battlefield comes out, I hope it's broken, because whoever talks shit about Battlefield 5 better shut the hell up.
The only
like
company that can make open world games feel amazing, besides Rockstar, that does it really well. Bethesda is one of the only few ones.
Sony Santa Monica.
I'm sorry, man, but you asked for no bugs in a Bethesda game. Wouldn't make it a Bethesda game. Yo, just imagine we're in the wasteland.
I'm definitely not getting
PS4, and Alvin is just walking ahead of us, and for whatever reason, he just decides to fly up in the air. I can hear your laughs already.
It already
I can hear you laughing already. I'm sorry, man, but asking for no
I'll
think about
a lot of charm.
Listen. Twitch also announced group streaming, so that's another thing too that I want to try.
That's
Let's
awesome.
do this, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
From here to Fallout 4, we all get ourselves a couple green screens, PlayStation 4 cameras, and we good.
I got mine.
Let's do this.
I just need the green screen.
Yo,
I just need the green screen.
You in this right now? If you want True to stream Fallout 76, give me a year.
Yeah.
Down in the comment section, please.
Yo,
let's see them yours.
If y'all say I'll trip all of y'all and make y'all fall down the flight of stairs.
Let's go. Yo, post up your top keys, if you want them to stream.
Fly to Fallout stairs.
Peep this. Even Forbes said that Fallout 76 is going to be the No Man's Sky of this year.
Nah, don't say that, bro. Don't say that. I can't, because that hasn't let me down.
In what way, though? Like, what does that mean? That you're gonna be roaming around and you're not gonna see nobody? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that's already been
only people you're gonna see is your goddamn friends.
False.
Man, I feel like Fallout 76 is gonna be like the Dark Zone from the Division.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
you guys are already hating on my favorite game. I don't do that to you guys.
I'm just saying.
No. But the difference is the way they approaching griefers is very smart, and I'm loving it. Do you guys know how they're approaching griefers?
No. Why don't you tell us, Al? Tell the class. Damn it.
Okay. So when you run into somebody else, and say is me and Gary, I'm walking around and Gary shoots at me. If I don't shoot at him back, the damage is gonna be so minimal that is not really gonna affect me.
So it's not gonna be like Grand Theft Auto online.
Exactly.
Oh,
All right.
It's
wow.
gonna do damage, but not much. Now, say you're so such a griefer that you manage to kill me anyways. That's gonna automatically put you as a murderer on the map.
Again,
So then everyone will see you. Yeah, it's similar to Dog Zone in some ways.
All of us
in some ways,
being
but
those murderers.
Wait, I like that, but hold on, I like that, but guess what?
But they're not giving you the thing is
be in Fallout 76.
This is the difference between the Division and Fallout, where if you kill somebody that didn't shoot back at you, you're not gonna get no reward for it. But whoever kills you is gonna get a huge reward.
Yeah,
so that's the difference.
There's
no reward in griefing. In
the
Division, you get rewarded for griefing because you take people's items. That's not gonna happen in Fallout. That's the difference.
Ooh.
Yeah,
the Division rewards griefers. Grand Theft Auto, they reward griefers. Fallout has no intention of rewarding griefers whatsoever.
So you mean to tell me that your salad won't fall off the salad bowl?
What?
I don't know what that means, but
this is the concept.
Basically,
real quick, guys. Thank you for Dwayne. Thank you for joining us. Everybody that's watching right now, we appreciate it. You know,
we love y'all. We in love with y'all. We want to marry all of you guys.
Please let us know what you want us to improve, what you want us to talk about next. Follow us at the Gaming Cult at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all that fun stuff.
Pornhub. We also have a Pornhub.
Yeah, if you have any questions, definitely throw them in the comment section.
And also, last but not least, before we leave
Instagram,
this,
Facebook,
Drew, you got a friend.
YouTube. You already know.
Yeah, I see. Netflix cancels stuff. Let's end our thing off with Netflix.
Oh my god.
I kind of know why they canceling stuff, and I'm kind of upset because can I say this real quick? I know me and you gonna really duke it out right now, Joker. We gonna put on a show right now. This gonna be a show.
I'm ready.
And what I mean by that is, I cut cable. I would say maybe 5-6 years ago. I cut cable completely, and the reason being is because Netflix started to get bigger. You know, you started seeing Hulu started getting more stuff, and you fast forward, they started getting more shows. They was getting hero stuff like Luke Cage. They were getting stuff like Jessica Jones. They were getting great Netflix series like Stranger Things. So it's like, okay, this is dope. You know, I like this. Cut cable for Hulu, Netflix, and Crunchyroll. That was the 3 subscriptions I had.
You're pretty good with that.
Fast forward to today, every other company is seeing that Netflix and Crunchyroll and Hulu are making success. Crunchyroll is the only one who did it smart. They made their own stuff and they ingested themselves, basically saying they made VRV. VRV made a bunch of other stuff, and then VRV became the parent company and ingested Crunchyroll. So now, if you get a VRV subscription, you get everything.
Yeah, even though Funimation is exiting actually.
Yeah, because guess why? Guess why they're exiting, and it's annoying as hell. I tried to get away from cable, from paying a bunch of stuff. I'm not trying to go back to paying something similar to cable. Now you got DC Universe where you can subscribe for $8 a month. You got the new Disney streaming service. That's why they canceled Luke Cage. That's why they canceled Iron Fist. All that stuff is going directly to that Disney streaming service. Yep. Even the Star Wars shows are going to that streaming service.
Oh, that's definitely going over there, yeah.
Exactly. And it's like, you also got HBO with their HBO Now. And I'm not going to lie, shout out to the greatest, Al, because he got DirecTV and he hooked me up and let me use his HBO plan. So when I want to watch Game of Thrones and, you know, all of those other things, I could be up to date. So I appreciate Al, and I thank you for that, Alex.
Shout out to HBO for not putting no limit on how many people stream.
Oh, what's
exactly.
Good,
hey, in case y'all want to know, slide into his DM. Just saying, slide into his DM. But all I'm saying is, I'm not trying to have that many subscriptions. That's why I don't mind sharing my accounts with people.
Yeah,
as long as you don't do no fuck shit and like take my account and be like, oh, I let my grandma use it because she wanted to watch cartoon. Nah, fam, I didn't say your grandma could use it. I don't care how old she is. Get my damn account off her shit.
Yeah,
because
that
now
happened
my
to me
stuff
once.
going slow.
That happened to me.
I didn't ask for all of that.
I've had the same issue recently with
Netflix,
my Hulu account
a
where
long time ago.
someone constantly changed the zip code and now it's locked out.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so now I gotta call them, but I'm too lazy.
Why were they changing the zip code? They're trying to get that foreign Netflix.
No, it's because it could be something simple. Like I live in 10463. I think true yours is 10468.
Nah, it's 10463. But guess what? Guess who just came into my building today? We got Verizon now.
Woo!
Yeah, Verizon is killing the Bronx right now.
But that's what I'm saying. You get how crazy it is? Like it's kind of annoying because all of these places and I'm talking exactly, it's defeating the purpose of cutting cable.
Because now
like I'm never going back to cable. Don't get it twisted. I am never going back to cable.
I've been considering it recently. I ain't gonna lie.
But you see what I'm saying? It makes other people consider going back because they're like, why the fuck should I pay for all of this if I could just get cable and have it on one plan?
It down Netflix, Hulu with no commercials, all the other.
But hold on, this is when it becomes good. The phone companies are what's helping us out, and PlayStation. If no one received that 3-month voucher for Netflix a couple of days back, I got one. Also, if you have T-Mobile, and I'm not sure, but I think Sprint as well, you get Netflix for free if you have 2 lines on your phone.
Sweet.
You want to hear something crazy? T-Mobile bought Metro PCS, and Metro PCS is offering free Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
But you see what I mean, though? It like other companies are trying to alleviate this problem for us, and I appreciate it. But it's like the one
monopoly that the cable companies have created.
Thank you.
Which way you see it, all the cable companies work together. They just take turns on which one's better.
The bottom dollar, they don't want to evolve with the times, so they're trying to make everyone evolve with them.
That's why every time you get yourself a Roku stick or an Amazon stick, and you're starting to watch these free movies, it gets knocked down. It's from the cable companies.
But things are starting to change a little bit because the Bronx was primarily Optimum only.
Yep, and now it's Time Warner.
Then certain portions had Time Warner recently.
And Verizon.
Now Verizon is all over the Bronx now.
Hold on. And let's not forget, I'm going to give a shout out.
They've been doing a lot of installations here in the Bronx.
I'm going to give a shameless plug shout out to a company that hasn't sponsored us, but Stealth Communications. They're doing up to 1 gigabit and they're planting Ethernet all around New York City. So, I would like to know what the prices is for not commercial business because they're doing business only right now. But please tell us what it is for commercial, for people who just want it for house use. Because 1 gigabit, if I feel like that's Google, and I feel like Stealth Communications is Google. Has any of you seen that logo that they have?
It's kind of funny. It's called Stealth, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Stealth Communications, 1 gigabit. I would not be surprised if they say, "Oh yeah, we're $69.99 for 1 gigabits per second, and we come and install it with a one-time fee of $50." Fine, take my money. Where do I sign up?
Yeah, man, that's very, 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 very enticing. 1 gigabyte.
I pay right now. I have Fios, and I pay 80 plus tax for 1 gigabit. Right now,
I have Fios.
Wait, hold on. Can I ask you a question? It's between me and you. I'm gonna whisper this one. Can you watch porn at 4K? I'm just saying. I'm asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend, huh? For science reasons.
How often do you do speed tests? Oh,
who, me? Oh well. I'm gonna give you mine. I do speed tests once every 2 weeks.
Every time he wants to see something in 4K,
I'm curious about files, not Spectrum.
Fuck you, Al.
Speed tests, I do them sporadically, but for sure, every single time download speed is around the 900s.
That's awesome.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Can you send me that info, like screenshot, please? I'm so serious.
He's gonna jerk off so serious.
Anytime I need to download anything, I just hop on Google's DNS servers, and I don't speed test at all.
That probably
Nah,
explains why
I
Alvin
do
has the
speed
best
test. I'm gonna show.
quality
Yeah, forget
on the
Alvin.
stream.
Fuck out, fucking hoe.
Yeah, he never breaks up. The quality never drops.
You know what? Forget you, Al. And last but not least, before we leave, I just wanted to put this out there prior to us going. Sony is looking to crank up communication with fans. Once again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about there's like, if there's any criticism of Sony at the moment, it's that the company is far too quiet, which is true. The manufacturer was very vocal at the beginning of the generation, but it has let its products do the talking in the recent months. While it's hard to complain about the quality of the PlayStation 4, especially with both cross-platform play and name changes now resolved, fuck name changes, fix it, Sony. It would be nice to hear a little more from the organization's bigwigs about what it's going to do and when and where it's going. Speaking on a recent episode of the PlayStation blogcast, I'm gonna post that in the chat, but make sure you guys share our gaming cult as well. Worldwide Studios chairman Sean Layden said that that's exactly what the PlayStation maker plans to do with moving forward. We're going to crank that communication up. We're going to find more ways to get our message out and get a view into what our activities are and what our hopes and dreams are, if you will, for PlayStation and the Worldwide Studios, he said. This is great news because while we're generally fond of the company's work on social media and on the PlayStation blog, we do think it could be a lot more to keep players engaged and ensure consumers know what it's up to and why. So, like, for me, that's perfect because that falls in line with what I was saying earlier. And honestly, I know Microsoft has the Major Nelson thing, but how many people you could say knows Major Nelson's, not him in particular, but how many people you could say knows Major Nelson's website versus the PlayStation blog? I know way more people who know the PlayStation blog. Exactly. And how are you supposed to know when there's sales and deals going on in the Xbox store? I feel like Microsoft, the first thing they need to do is separate everything on that one. When you go to Xbox.com, it takes you to something and you see all types of stuff. Separate that website and just make it the gaming move, like how the store is on the dashboard. Just make it to where you can purchase Xbox games, Xbox software, Xbox hardware. Like, oh, I wanted to buy this Xbox One S or something for a relative.
Categorize it better.
Yeah, but categorize it to gaming only. Forget the controllers. Let's put that on Major Nelson stuff, and let's put that on the Xbox website. But make something like PlayStation.blog. Make a Xbox.blog. Come on, really?
No, I definitely
make a Xbox.blog or something where people could go and all like-minded Xbox gamers can go to be like, okay, well, there's a sale going. Let's go and see that sale. Or, oh, they announced a bunch of new stuff. Let's figure it out and see what it is. A lot of people don't be knowing this stuff because no one knows Major Nelson's website is his goddamn name. You got to literally type in MajorNelson.com to get to the Major Nelson stuff and see all the deals.
I get what you're saying. And
it's like I could type blog PlayStation right now, and the PlayStation blog is the first 5 up on the top.
I get what you're saying. You make it easier for people, they'll pay attention.
Thank you.
I get that.
And it's like, oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's a Google conspiracy. That's Google trying to keep Microsoft out.
We got a lot of conspiracies going on.
So yeah, like that conspiracy from earlier.
Right before I end, would you guys want to hear the little rumor that was going on with Nintendo? Right before we get off the air?
Before they cut the whole thing off.
Yeah, before they cut us off again. So to speed track everything that I was saying before in our last video, this guy who does the marketing for certain companies has worked in the past with Bandai Namco. They're the company that are doing the marketing stuff for the new Grinch animated movie. So if you see any Grinch-related memes, this is where it's coming from. Apparently, this guy took a picture, sent it to his
friend. By the way,
Snapchat.
I know about that one.
Apparently, this guy took a picture, sent it to his friend on Snapchat. Said friend took a screenshot and threw it out on the internet, which is the huge poster of all the characters that they keep adding in every direct, which hopefully rumor is we're going to get one in November, right before Smash drops. And it showed 6 characters. So if you have this week tried so hard, like my brother and my friend NYC Majestic have been doing, where they were trying to stay spoiler free because this leak looks official. It's been getting debunked, but with the news that came out yesterday that Microsoft allowed Nintendo to renew. Again, spoilers. I'm gonna count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nintendo has renewed their licensing for Banjo-Kazooie, which was one of the characters that was leaked.
Yes, it was. Praise the Lord.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, they're trying to debunk that, but it's too close to like debunk it. People are saying, oh, they're doing that for this supposed Nintendo 64 classic console that they're throwing out again. But with that being announced and that being one of the 6 characters that were leaked, aside from Banjo-Kazooie, it was Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog series, who didn't make it as an assist trophy, which a lot of people found weird. And with them doing clone characters and giving them their own special name, people are seeing that Shadow might be a clone of Sonic, an Echo Fighter of Sonic. We have Isaac from the Golden Sun series, which people have been wanting for a long time. He's also not an assist trophy this time around. We have Ken from Street Fighter, representing Capcom in this game, who was leaked. Aside from him, we have Mach Rider from one of the classic NES titles, which was weird. That's another reason why people are saying that this is true, because this is Sakurai's flow. I mean, no one ever thought we were gonna get Duck Hunt, and we got Duck Hunt. So this is his kind of like trolling kind of thing. We have Geno from Super Mario RPG, which honestly, Geno sold that game. So people wanted Geno, and we have the Chorus Kid from the Rhythm Heaven. And there was a model found in, I think it was Smash Brothers Brawl, don't quote me on that, where the Chorus Kids had a model to be a fighter. So these are the rumors that we're going through with Nintendo. So hopefully this is true. Hopefully it's not. You guys let me know who you guys really wanted to be in Smash. Please no Goku. Like, let's make this serious. Because I know you guys will be good.
Well, I can tell you now, in all honesty, I'm happy to see that roster that they had. So I'm not really complaining. However, I will say the only thing that I've been paying a lot of attention to is Jump Force. So sorry if I don't pay attention to Smash.
Oh, no, yeah. That's what I was.
Because I felt to me, Jump Force is
looking
with anime character.
Awesome.
I only have one bad thing to say about Jump Force, and it's I wish each character had their own health bar rather than it being a group shared health bar. Because to me it feels
I
like
don't know that. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, to me it feels like
it is horrible.
There's no incentive to change your character then if they're all sharing one thing. I hope in the beta, they changed people. That's the backlash that everybody's getting. That individual health bars.
But wait, I want you to think about it. Especially, I know Gary's gonna say it, so I want to say it before he said it. That's the only thing they complained about during the Jump Force beta was the health bar. That's it. The servers didn't crash a lot.
The servers are better than plus. The servers are better than Xenoverse. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. It's clean. The game looks clean. To an extent, no one needs to be nerfed or anything. Everybody's balanced.
So far.
Because we still, and another kind of little bit of a drawback was this game is coming out soon. Who else are they going to add?
There's too many things coming out in February. That's all I'm going to say. Because
it's coming in all
honesty,
soon.
Since everybody want to be on Fallout 76's side, I'm going to be on Anthem's side. I don't care how broken it is. Nobody better say shit to me. I
want Anthem.
That's another game. We're going to be on that too? We're going to stream that?
Yep.
All right, I'm on it.
I'm waiting till I see more, but I'm almost convinced.
I'm doing Anthem on the Xbox. I'm sorry.
I'm not even lying. I was actually
Anthem is another 4-man team. We're all 4 here. Let's do this.
But then again, Joker, you're kind of asked out because our good fellow Alex and Gary, they got PS4s, so
yeah, I know.
Sucks to be you.
You gotta ask the wife again. You gotta ask the wife.
I'm jumping on the Xbox.
If not, we're gonna be flying around in our Iron Man suits without you, man.
You know how fun it's gonna be because
like
I'm a troll him, and I hope he watches our live streams, Gary. Because I'm gonna be like, you could be here, but you're steady there playing.
He's gonna pull a Justin on us and make fake accounts and just trash talk us the whole entire time.
Oh, dang.
Lord Jesus.
I might.
But thank you everyone for joining the Gaming Cult. Thank you for joining Lord Music, Sleepy Gary, Alex the BX Kid from the BX, and Joker X NYC. We really do appreciate you guys sitting it out with us. Today actually became our highest watch stream at 12 viewers. 10. We had 10, and then it went to 11 and 12. Nice. So I really do appreciate everybody who was watching. Please make sure you constantly share. Become part of the notification squad. It just takes one thing, like one muscle. That's the hand and the mouse. We know exactly. We know half of you guys beat your meat anyway. So you got a strong left arm or a strong right arm. Just press the subscribe and hit the notification button. Become part of the Cult of Gamers and come join us on Facebook.
And when you're done doing that, baby, just hit us with a year. Right when you hit us with a year at the end, so we know you did it.
I want to see them chopped cheese, yo. Let's go.
All the chopped cheese, all the halal food, everything, bro.
Sandy Santos, no one cares.
Oh, that's
she says she on Xbox. I'm sorry, but that's still a 3-2 majority, so you lose.
Where are we gonna announce the winner for this? On the Discord, on the Facebook? What are we doing?
They gotta follow us to find out. That's the thing.
Yes.
They don't know where we're gonna do it. Just know when it does, you have to follow us on everything.
You guys, man.
We don't even know yet.
Honestly, I
so when we do, you just gotta follow us on everything to find out.
Heard you.
You can see your house. Show us the card on the back again.
Hey, look.
Wait, hold on. I noticed sounds kind of stingy, but I kind of sort of want him to hold on to that 2-year pass until we get more views because I feel like you guys did it today, but y'all could have came a lot better. Just send it to your friends. We only do this once every 2 weeks on a Saturday. No one's working. I don't want to hear that.
And
if you are at work, you can actually be watching this. Not even 20. Get us to 21.
Let's climb this to 30. I want to see 30 viewers next Saturday, and maybe we'll announce when we're gonna give that game pass. Give us 30 people.
Brand new.
That means each and any one of you 12 just got it to bring one friend to the party. That's it.
And I know, especially Sandy. Sandy, I know you got gamer friends. Don't play with me. I know you got gamer friends too, Dwayne. Share the video, but don't be annoying and share it like those bots. Those people are annoying. Don't add a group full of people and then spam YouTube links inside the PSN chat because I'll kill everybody.
Come hang out with us, man. That's all we ask.
Yeah, just hang out.
Hang out with us.
That's all. Just hear gamers ramble, and come join us. Come join the Gaming Cult. Become part of the Cult of Gamers.
Debate with us. Correct.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Yes, we'll see you guys on the next episode of the TGK 15 Season 2,
Dragon Ball Z
4, and on the next episode.
Happy Halloween. We won't see Halloween, so happy Halloween, you guys. And vote on the 6th, please. Vote. I don't care.
Black Sambo Day.